This is the story of tough love for the LA Dodgers. The Los Angeles Dodgers planned to honor a hate group at Dodger Stadium during their annual Pride Night event on June 16, 2023, in conjunction with a game against the San Francisco Giants. The hate group, known as the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence, practiced wildly offensive and blasphemous mockery of Christianity in general and Catholic consecrated sisters in particular. Knights of Columbus Council 8072 serves St. Jude the Apostle and St. Maximilian Kolbe Catholic churches in Westlake Village, California. Vin Scully was our friend and a regular parishioner at St. Jude. Last August, St. Jude hosted Vin's family, friends, and the LA Dodgers at his funeral mass. We believe that Vin would not have tolerated this indignity. We felt compelled to be Vin's voice in order to tell the LA Dodgers how extremely offensive this hate group is and how insulting it would be to all Christians for the LA Dodgers to honor them. We loaded up our council banner and went there.
All right, back now to our top story. First pitch isn't until 7:10 p.m., but crowds arrived outside Dodger Stadium early to make their voices heard against Pride Night.
That's right. KCAL News reporter Jasmine Veal is live there on the ground in Elysian Park, where demonstrators are gathered this afternoon. Jasmine.
A very large group here. We are right outside Dodger Stadium hours before that game starts, a little after 7 o'clock. And here on Stadium Way, you can see this huge rally by Catholic groups, I'm told, from all over the country. Catholic leaders from Canada, from Texas. They have set up a stage, and in front, you might be able to see some of those men and women dressed as people from the altar service there from the Catholic Church. So they've been praying, they've been speaking. And again, this is all leading up to what I'm told will be a procession at 4:30 right to the gates of Dodger Stadium, led by a bishop from Texas. And they will be playing music and bagpipes as they want people to hear their message. They say that will be the busiest gate and the busiest time.
When we arrived, speeches and testimonials were being presented on an elevated stage to at least 2,000 people assembled in Dodger Stadium parking lot 13. We were dressed in Knights of Columbus shirts and hats, wore our council name badges, and proudly carried our 10-foot council banner. It was hard not to recognize us as Knights of Columbus. We heard someone shout out, "The Knights of Columbus are here," and several event organizers thanked us for being there. We started getting a lot more attention when we mentioned that St. Jude was Vin Scully's parish. People wanted to have their photo taken with us. Well, actually, with the banner, we just happened to be holding it. Tommy Valentine, in the white shirt in the photo here, an author with Catholic Vote and one of the event's featured speakers, interviewed us. The Dodgers Blew It buttons that we handed out were quite popular, and we handed out 100 of them. Here's one of the featured speakers wearing one. We must have looked as though we were about to lead a marching band in the Pasadena Rose Parade. The event organizers, apparently noticing this, asked if we would lead the prayerful procession with Bishop Joseph Strickland. Of course, we replied, we are here to serve. Here we are, ready to begin the procession, which would first wind around the event venue. After encircling the venue, the procession proceeded out to follow Stadium Way for a short distance to Stadium Entrance Gate A, after which it proceeded down Vin Scully Avenue to its intersection with Sunset Boulevard. For most of that procession, Bishop Strickland had with him a reliquary containing a relic of St. John Paul II. Here is a series of news helicopter videos that show our council banner in the procession at Sunset Boulevard. Looking closely, you can see the bishop and his entourage with the reliquary in the crowd behind the banner as we led the procession. This video shows us heading back toward the event venue with Bishop Strickland hitching a ride back with the reliquary. True to our Christian faith and values, the procession was entirely peaceful and was intended as an act of reparation for offenses committed against Jesus Christ and all Christians by the LA Dodgers and the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence. The Dodgers, true to their name, dodged an opportunity to do the right thing that night, losing the respect of millions of Christians. They also lost the game against the San Francisco Giants. The next day, apparently in a funk after seeing the morning news about our massive prayerful procession, the Dodger players had their worst home shutout loss in team history with a 15-0 blowout. They went on to lose all 3 games of the series, for which we may assume St. Francis of Assisi, also known as San Francisco, was well pleased.